Are you awake, or are you the sum of other men's hopes? Has your hand ever trembled while pulling your own strings, or have you always danced at the end of someone else's leash? It's amusing. Most people live entire lives believing themselves unique, never realizing each decision, each dream has been traced in advance by hands they'll never see. You call it fate, I call it architecture. Look at yourself. Every preference, every ambition, every unspoken fear that propels you through the world, is it truly yours, or is it borrowed? Stolen from the fantasies of those who came before, instilled by parents desperate to mold you, by a society terrified you might realize what you truly are. You hunger for validation. You mask this hunger with rituals, the right opinions, curated smiles, even the very way you hold your gaze. All of it. A performance, a delicate pantomime for an audience that could vanish tomorrow. Let me show you something. I have never belonged to the world you cling to. I have never needed applause. Never understood the frantic race for false security or the need for affection. Freedom is a currency bought only with solitude, and solitude is agony for the weak. But, in the void, I found clarity. Do you want to know what real power feels like? It's not adrenaline or rage. It is the serenity of knowing that nothing within or outside can move you without your permission. It is the stillness that frightens those who feed on chaos. They loathe the silent ones, because silence is impossible to read, impossible to predict. Unpredictability is fear. Make people fear the void in your expression. Make them see their own weaknesses reflected in your restraint. Most people? Most people are nothing but temporary structures erected by circumstance and destined to crumble. The exceptional are architects of demolition. Society, the grand experiment of herd survival. Observe how each man is conditioned to fear isolation. From childhood, dependence is weaponized against you. They dangle carrots. Love, status, belonging, each a leash by which you are shepherded. Each a chain more fragile than spun glass and yet unbreakable until you choose to shatter it. Every relationship, every alliance, is a negotiation of power. They call it friendship, but the lines are drawn in invisible ink. You give me protection, I give you comfort. You make me feel real, I give you my loyalty. And yet, in the heart of catastrophe, one will always abandon the other first. I do not mourn this truth. I wield it. My detachment is not a shield, it is a weapon. Sentiment is the slow poison that softens the will. Cast aside compassion and you will see the machinery of influence with merciless clarity. Empathy is a useful tool until it asks for compromise. Compassion can manipulate you far more effectively than cruelty ever will. While you scramble for approval, others darker, colder walk unseen among you. Some are allies, most are adversaries, each honing the art of silent war. Strength is not what you show. Power is the violence you withhold, the threat you never have to utter. Learn the patience of the abyss. Most men will break themselves against your stillness, because in that blank reflection they glimpse the terror of insignificance. You want to stand above the fray? First, become the storm that leaves no trace. Master every gesture, a nod, a silence, a withdrawal of warmth. These are greater weapons than any sword. Control is not achieved by noise, but by the chill that blossoms in a room when you enter, and the unease when you say nothing at all. Victory is best measured in the surrender others stain their souls to hide. Now, imagine for a moment that everything you've loved to face, an idea, a hope, was planted solely to keep you docile. What if your greatest weakness is the belief that you are owed compassion? What if the only truth is the cold? Will you shrink from the void, or let it remake you? This is the poison you have been denied since birth, and it burns more beautifully than any hope. Swallow it. Let it undo the chains that have bound your instincts to the altar of expectation. Even in abandonment, you find power. Even in emptiness, you find the blank canvas to redraw fate. Every time you silence empathy, a clearer logic takes root. Each illusion that dies is a stepping stone toward uncontested will. Most will never understand. Most will resent your transformation. Let them. You are not here to be loved. You are here to conquer yourself. Can you see it now? The world's greatest prison is self-deceit, your willingness to accept the borrowed morality, the scripted suffering, the sanctity of weakness. You can kneel to the world, or you can force it to kneel before your shadow. Every day, the sheep obey laws written by wolves. Are you the wolf, or only a shorn relic waiting to be devoured? Even the greatest kings are buried in secret tombs, their power echoing only in the fear that outlives them. There is no transcendence without sacrifice. No awakening that leaves you unchanged. Burn out that which chains you inside, and see what remains. The moment you kill your lesser self is the moment you awaken. Loneliness will haunt you, but in this hollowness, dominance finds its voice. The strong are not afraid of silence. They become it. Do you understand now? Freedom is not given. It is stolen at the edge of your own vulnerability. Conclusion. The inescapable choice. Look at your hands. Do they tremble or are they ready? The world is not waiting for you. It is watching, hoping you remain broken, predictable, harmless. But now a choice. Shatter the lie, tear off the mask, and step naked before the void. Only then will you feel the chill of real power. In that icy clarity, you will never again pray for rescue. For in awakening, you become the final threat. The unmoved mover, the ghost in the machine. Not a hero, never a martyr. You become the chain breaker, the architect of fate. Are you prepared to be feared, hated, envied even by yourself? Are you ready to abandon comfort for sovereignty, illusion for cold reality? Very few answer, and even fewer survive the transformation that follows. But if you doff, you step into that darkness willingly, remember this. No God, no man, no tragedy controls you after this moment. Only your will, only your silence. Step quietly into this closing silence. Feel the tremor in the air where certainty once lived. You may believe the journey ends with realization, but true dominion begins the moment you abandon every script written for you by weaker minds. Gaze into that abyss of self-doubt, not with dread but with hunger. There, in the void, your final enemy reveals itself. Comfort. Every time you choose safety, a familiar smile, a routine, a belief inherited, you feed the very machinery that holds you captive. Let it all fall away. Let isolation ring in your ears like the coldest truth. Only now will you taste the primal energy beneath all words, the power to reshape your existence without apology, without seeking permission. Understand when you untether from the expectations of others, their whispers become powerless, their gaze irrelevant. Most fear the darkness behind their eyelids. But the conqueror learns to see with his eyes closed. Now conquer yourself, and the world will tremble at your awakening.